Hello students, I hope you all are fine. In this module we'll discuss some more topics of the chapter People as Resources like quality of population. Quality of population. The quality of population depend upon the literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy and skill formation acquired by the people of the country. The quality of population ultimately decides the growth rate of the country. Literate and healthy population are an asset. An asset is anything that can be owned or controlled to produce value and that is held by an economic entity and that could produce positive economic value. Education. Usually education in the initial years of life of a child bore him the fruits in the later years in terms of a good job and salary. We see education is an important input for the growth of a person. It opens new horizon for him, provided new aspiration and developed values of life. Not only for him, education contributes toward the growth of society also. It enhances the national income, cultural richness, and increases the efficiency of governance. There is a provision made for providing universal access, retention, and quality in national income, cultural richness, and increases the efficiency of governance. Educational facilities. There is a provision made for providing universal access, retention, and quality in elementary education with a special emphasis on girls. There is also an establishment of pace setting of schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya in each district. Vocational streams have been developed to equip large number of high school students with occupations related to knowledge and skill. Government investment on education. The plan outlay on education has increased from 151 crore rupees in the first plan to rupees 3766.90 crore in the 11th plan. The expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP rose from 0.64% in 1951-52 to 3% in 2015 and 16 and has remained stagnant around 3% from past few years. The budgetary estimates as stated in the budget document of Union State Government, Reserve Bank of India, the expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP has declined to 2.7% in 2017-18. The country spent 3% of its total GDP on education in 2018-19 or about 5.6 lakh crore. The economic survey said that means little increase was there. The literacy rate have increased from 18% in 1951 to 74% in 2010-11. Status of education. Literacy is not only a right, it is also needed if the citizens are to perform their duties and enjoy their rights properly. However, a vast difference is noticed across different sections of population. Literacy among males is nearly 16.6% higher than females and it is about 16.1% higher in urban areas as compared to rural areas. In 2011, literacy rate varied from 94% in Kerala to 62% in Bihar. The primary school system has expanded to over 8.58 lakh in 2013 to 14. Unfortunately, this huge expansion of schools has been diluted by the poor quality of schooling and high dropouts rate. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step toward providing elementary education to all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years by 2010. Salient features of National Education Policy 2019. The policy aims to universalize the pre-primary education by 2025 and provide foundational literacy and numeracy for all by 2025. It aims at equitable and inclusive education for every child in the country, with a special focus on underrepresented group URGS. Universal access and retention with 100% gross enrollment ratio for all schools education by 2030. Children learn languages most quickly between age 2 to 8 years, and multilingualism has great cognitive benefit for students. Therefore, a three-language formula has been proposed. A new independent state school regulatory authority SSRA to be created. It aims to consolidate 800 universities and 40,000 colleges into around 15,000 large multidisciplinary institutions. The policy proposes three types of higher educational institutions: research universities, teaching universities, and autonomous degree granting colleges. It aims to provide autonomy to all higher education institutions. Higher education institutions to be governed by independent board with complete academic and administrative autonomy. An autonomous body called the National Research Foundation to be set up through an Act of Parliament. Rashtriya Shiksha Ayog or the National Education Commission apex body to be constituted. It will be chaired by the Prime Minister and will comprise eminent educationists, researchers, union ministers, representation of Chief Minister of State, eminent professionals from various fields. MHRD to be redesigned as the Ministry of Education. Increase in public investment by the central and state government to 20% of overall public expenditure over a 10-year period. Thank you students. Keep smiling and we'll meet in other next module.